Hello, you friends around the world, especially you smaller humans, and especially a certain girl in Dubai. His name starts with the letter C. Anywho, it's Halloween. Well, ish, right? Depending. Anywho, yesterday, which is Sunday, here in Tsuchida, Okayama, Japan, was a little Halloween carnival. Now, when I was a kid growing up in Canada, Halloween was a lot of preparation, getting your house decorated, cutting jack-o'-lantern, pumpkins, thinking about your costume, in my case, for pretty much 11 months, planning it, and ending up with something people didn't really recognize anywho. And then pro tips like using a pillowcase instead of a plastic bag to collect your trick-or-treating, and going to places that had a good combination of like they were going to give you something good and substantial, not those weird little chalky candies, but also that the doors weren't so far apart. You know, sometimes we'd go to a place called Guilford Mews when I was a little kid, and there was tons of apartments, bam, 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 bam. So high volume. Other times, let's be honest, we'd go to the fancier neighborhoods because we thought, well, they'll have something a little bit better. Anywho, here in Tsuchida yesterday, there was a kind of an afternoon community event from about 1 o'clock to about 2, well, from 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock, in which there was 4 stations, and so it was in the afternoon, 4 stations that the kids could go collect candy, and this required signing in and telling your name, and they would check you off a list, and, you know, there was adults at each station, kind of like community centers and so on. And, you know, they put on hats and making an effort, which I admire. Now, me and my little family, we kind of misguesstimated the date and the plan for all of this. So instead of going pumpkin shopping, we scrambled to put on costumes. So the 3 of us went out. Little Ichiro was a farmer wearing a great pair of overalls that came from Oklahoma, and his rubber boots and a plaid kerchief in his back pocket, and his trucker hat and a check shirt. And he rode his tricycle around, well, with his mom's help, to all of the different stations, because there's quite a bit of walking, and he's, you know, just 3. But he looked super cute. I mean, anything he does. We had a few other choices, but we were kind of pressed for time because we realized this is about 11 o'clock. Darlene Doko-san was sort of a explorer / ranger with a safari pith helmet and her arborist jacket from Russia and a Hunt Safely pin, an orange Hunt Safely pin, just for an accessory decoration that Brother Bob and I got at Camp Thunderbird, and also wearing a leather, kind of a leather cased camera as an accessory, which was functional because we could take some instant photos with it. And I was Lawrence of Arabia, wearing one of a few Arab robes I have and headscarf that I got in Dubai, the aforementioned Dubai, where I went shopping for such a thing. And so I got to wear it. I don't get to wear it so often. And of course, me being who I am, I was very method actor about the whole thing. Anyway, we had a good time in a short amount of time. Then we came back here to the cottage with some of the kids, and I opened up Ichiro's Halloween present. Is that a thing? A Halloween present book, which is one of the series of one of his favorite series of books, of which there are many, because we've received so many wonderful books from wonderful people like you and you and you and you. So this one is Little Blue Truck's Halloween. Now the drum set's behind me, and if I was talented enough to do both of these at the same time, I would give you a beat behind it, but I cannot play drums, turn the pages of the book, and look at the words at the same time. So you're going to have to imagine the Little Blue Truck and his good friend Toad are going to a party down the road. Beep, beep, beep. It says Little Blue, it's Halloween. You come to. You got it? Keep it going. What? Who's that in a tutu striking a pose up on the tiniest tip of her toes? Under the mask, who do you see? All right, this is when it gets good. Look at this book. Bah! Quack, said the duck. It's me, it's me. There's the tutu, and then bah, the big reveal. There's a duck. Who's this clown with the big red nose and a cap that jiggles wherever he goes? You see now the duck's riding in the back a little blue truck with Toad. Under the mask, who do you see? Bah, says the sheep. It's me, it's me. Now they're all in. Oh, now we're starting to get a full car. You notice there's some black cats and lots of pumpkins hanging out and a big full moon. Moon in Japanese is tsuki, or we say otsuki-sama, which is kind of like an honorific. Say like the noble, great, wonderful moon. Who's this queen with the golden crown and sparkling jewels and a velvet crown? Under the mask, who do you see? Oh, folds like this. Moo, says the cow. It's me, it's me. What scraggly hair and funny teeth? Who is hiding underneath? Under the mask, who do you see? Says the pig. It's me, it's me. We need a drummer here. There's a fancy feather in the pirate's hat. Who's dressed up in a hat like that? Now you see everyone's looking. We got the queen, we got the witch, we got the clown, we got the ballerina, we got a raccoon back here, a whole bunch of pumpkins, a cat looking inside the barn. Here's Toad over here too, and a raccoon. Under the mask, who do you see? Cluck, says the hen. It's me, it's me. And look, there's a couple. There's a little chick there as well. Oh, look at these Pika Pika lights. Oh, you can't see my Pika Pika lights here in the shot. Oh, Pika Pika lights. Working with substandard equipment. Ask for your money back at the door. A dragon's head and a dragon's wings. Who's that wearing those dragon things? Under the mask, who do you see? Nay, says the horse. It's me, it's me. Dragon horse is my new band's name. Croak, says Toad. Croak, says Toad. There's just one more. Has anyone seen this ghost before? Off comes the sheet. It's you know who. Little blue truck says beep beep. Boo. So there's the ghost. Ghost truck. Bah. Oh, knock over my coffee. And this band, there's a band playing here. We got the donkey on drums. And looks like we got May, a goat, a Yagi on banjo. Seems about right. And maybe something. But this band is called the Pumpkin Heads. Forget what I said before. The Pumpkin Heads is the new band name. So, beep beep. This little blue truck series. Ichiro is very excited to point out that we have Little Blue Truck leads the way. Good night, Little Blue Truck. Little Blue Truck Christmas, but we do not yet have Little Blue Truck Springtime or the original classic eponymous Little Blue Truck. But he was excited about that. So, what are you dressing up for Halloween? Is Halloween a thing where you live? I'd love to know. I love pictures of this. So if you have pictures of yourself or your little humans dressed up in costumes, like totally hooked me up. Now, if I hadn't been so busy washing dishes and the groceries get delivered and the garbage goes out today, I would have put on my Lawrence of Arabia. I would have, prepared. But I did bring a stack of books, so if you have any further requests, here's a few more of Ichiro's very favorites. Good Night Construction Site. Ichiro loves his working vehicles. This was a gift from Grammy in Vancouver. Good Night Vancouver. This brings back so many memories from our Vancouver trip. Oh, sigh. Including the totem pole is a very special place in the aquarium. Stanley Park. Ichiro's middle name is Stanley. Do you have a middle name? Most kids in Japan do not have middle names. Another favorite is I Hear You, Forest. And Ichiro is taken to like whispering things and saying, I hear you, Forest. This was a present from Cousin Gib, as I recall correctly. This one came from a dear friend in Massachusetts. Hit the road, Jack. And this is like Jack Kerouac as a rabbit for kids. So, I love it. And now Ichiro's working into it and digging it. And he especially likes the part where he hitchhikes through Ohio, because Ohio in Japanese, Ohio gozaimasu is good morning. So so it's a lot of place names and some great rhythm there. And look at that rabbit banging out on the typewriter. How cool, right? Here's another favorite. And I've had this one. This was a present to me, Merry Christmas Day, 1999. And this is Toot and Puddle. And Toot loves to travel and send postcards, cha-cha, and Puddle prefers to stay at home and play in the snow and the mud. And they have, so Toot goes on big adventures and sends beautiful postcards from all around the world with postmarks. I'm pretending that you can see this, but you can see the postcards there from all around the world. So it's another favorite. And one more I'll show you is Old Farm, New Farm. And we go to Mac Kobayashi's goat farm a lot. So when we read the story, we talk about that this is Farmer Mac, and he's got to fix up this farm that's all beat up and all worn out. And by the end of it, spoiler alert, he's got the whole place fixed up and looking great. But along the way, he has to learn all kinds of practical skills, which he shares with us. So if you've got any requests, let me know. So, Halloween, little blue trucks, new books, send me pictures of your costumes. Very fondly from Tsuchida Cottage, your favorite Uncle Dave.